Good morning. Welcome to the CBS News Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Great to have you with us today, as always. We stream this on CBS News Minnesota, and we're on Facebook and Twitter and wherever you're at. So glad to have you here. The weather is a big factor for us today. We're keeping an eye on it. Here's the Twin Cities forecast. Yep, we got drizzle starting to move in right around noontime. And then it kind of gets going tonight. Thunderstorms possible? Yeah. Are you ready for it? I don't know. I guess we have to be, right? This is just the reality of what we're dealing with today. And we are a little worried that things are going to get a little wild out there tonight. So we're keeping an eye on that. I'm going to just show you this satellite radar. Let's see if I can get it right. Yep. So you see how it's moving in early this morning, headed towards the Twin Cities. So we're just keeping an eye on that. It's probably going to come through. The rain arrives around 11 or noon. And so we'll see. It's going to be a bit of a mess out there today. And frankly, we're in this pattern of rain, potential thunderstorms tonight, probably south of the Twin Cities. And then it's going to be really cold, very cold for Easter, in the 40s, low 40s. So keep an eye on WCCO and CBS News Minnesota as we'll update you on that weather all throughout the day today. Last night, big country music awards right here on CBS, and it got us thinking about genres of music. A CBS News poll asked adults, what kind of music do you like? What do you listen to? Rock and roll, the #1 spot, followed by pop and hip hop. But when you look at age, it flips. Rock is what the olds like, and by olds I mean me, 45 to 64-year-olds. Hip hop has a huge lead for younger adults. But, there's country, classical, blues, you name it. So we're asking you today, what is your favorite music genre? What do you like to listen to? Let us know on Facebook. Leave a comment right under this video, and we'll share some of your thoughts coming up. A lot of excitement around the Minnesota Timberwolves this morning. They host the Los Angeles Clippers tonight. It's the NBA's new play-in format, which is, it adds this extra layer of excitement, right? Which teams will take the final 2 seeds in the playoff, the 7 and the 8. If the Wolves win tonight, they're in. They make the playoffs as the 7th seed. If they lose, they're not out of it. They have one more chance to get the 8th seed. So they'll play the winner of the 8-9, or the 9-10. So we're playing the 7-8 game, then the 9-10, and so there will be another game on Friday. But let's get it done tonight. Tip-off, 8:30 at Target Center. St. Paul closely watching the weather at CHS Field. The Saints hoping to welcome fans back to CHS for the first time this season. Home opener tonight marks the team's 30th season in St. Paul. Remember the old stadium? It was a dump, wasn't it? It was kind of fun, though. The old Midway Stadium. Oh, man, one of my favorite stories I ever did here at CCO is I got put in a Velcro suit and attached to the scoreboard in the outfield of Midway Stadium to see how long I could stay up there. And let me tell you, back in the day, the Saints were not a AAA affiliate, and their pitching was quite something. I made it 2.5 hours, and it was still only in the top of the 5th. So I was like, I'm done. I'm getting down. If the game happens, it starts at 6:30. The first 5,000 fans will get a replica jersey. Let's talk about baby shortage. Baby shortage, wow. That'd be something if you had a baby shortage, and you could solve that problem pretty easily. But the baby formula shortage is so severe. Some stores are limiting how much parents can buy. Last month, Minnesota stores reported that more than half of their baby formula stock was out. Pandemic supply chain issues partly to blame, but also a big recall. In February, select lots of Similac and other formulas were recalled. Pediatricians say if your store is out, try buying online. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, never thought of that. Thanks, pediatricians. But they are warning you, don't water down formula. Don't try making it home. And don't switch to whole milk early.
Making substitutions that may not be appropriate for your child can be dangerous. And so what I would do is that there are appropriate substitutions. Just talk to your provider about what those substitutions would be and how to go about doing that.
That is Dr. Subramanian, and he anticipates the shortage will improve in the coming weeks. Doctors say for most healthy babies, it's fine to switch to any brand. It doesn't really matter. So whatever you can find, use it. This video getting lots of views online. Take a look at your screen, and you see like a little bumper cars with the car slams into the semi, and the semi veers out of control, crashes onto the highway. Kind of the edge there, the lip on the overpass, Highway 10 overpass in Spring Lake Park. Watch it again. It's remarkable this truck didn't go flying over. Just amazing. Sort of an engineering feat of wonder, right? That the highway, they designed these highway overpasses for this exact scenario, and it worked. Truck burst into flames. State Patrol says both those drivers escaped. They're okay, but the driver of the car was arrested. Monthly inflation reports should be coming out any minute now. It's likely going to spell out the obvious. Analysts expect the latest number from the Consumer Price Index to show that prices in March jumped about 1% compared to February. When you compare year over year, it's an 8% change. Energy prices, food, housing, all of that, the driving factors. Cold spring we've been having. I know what you're thinking, Jason. Easter morning is going to be, below freezing. This weather stinks. Oh, turn your negative attitude around. This is the home of positivity. Late start to mosquito season. Well, that's all I got. Metropolitan Mosquito Control. Here's a larva. They wanted to show us the larva. They found one. I mean, whatever. Every year there's skeeters. Every year they come out. But maybe they'll be a little later. No one's saying that this cold spring is going to kill them. I mean, they survived the winter. They're just going to hatch late, right? It's heat and rain that kind of get those bugs out of the water. Experts are saying we probably won't notice mosquitoes until at least the end of May. And if the summer's dry, there could be even more relief.
This year, based on our predictions, we're going to see even fewer than last year. So that's good news for people who are preparing those 4th of July picnics. Hopefully we won't see a big spike in mosquitoes like we usually do right around that time of year.
Make sure you don't have standing pools of water around your house, because mosquitoes can breed in that. So I think you guys know this. Get rid of the water and wear long sleeves and bug spray and all the usual stuff. So, maybe a few more weeks mosquito free. Not that you're going to want to go outside because it's 40 degrees in mid-April. School in Faribault celebrating one of its alums who took home an Oscar last week. Have you seen Coda? Oh, I highly recommend this movie. So inspiring and entertaining. Won the Oscar for Best Picture. So if my recommendation isn't good enough, it did win the Oscar for Best Picture. One of the stars of this movie grew up in Duluth, got to start in acting at Minnesota State Academy for the Deaf. His career has taken off, obviously, but Durant stays closely connected with students and staff, says he hopes his career inspires deaf children to dream big and pursue their passions.
Well, I hope I'm changing their lives big time. They get that they can do whatever they want to do, and I'm a good role model for them. I want to see deaf children have better futures with success.
Durant is currently working as a deaf tutor at a Minnesota elementary school. He anticipates that his next acting gig will start this summer. Britney Spears, whoops, she's done it again. She's pregnant and married, apparently. Is she married? See, in the middle of this post, it uses the word husband. My husband said, "You're food pregnant." And it turns out she's child pregnant. This will be her first child with fiance or husband or whatever Sam Asghari is. When Britney called Sam her husband, fans were like, what? They announced their engagement last year, never announced that they tied the knot. Britney Spears, now 40 years old, got a couple teenagers with ex-husband Kevin Federline. Searches, maybe Britney will have the next Gerber baby. Actually, here's the thing about this Gerber Baby contest. So they do this every year. It's pretty cool, right? Send in a photo of your little one. You get a chance for them to, oh, you could be the Gerber Baby. They put the baby, they tweet out videos and make a big deal out of you. It's pretty fun. But they only pay you $25,000. And I know what you're thinking, like $25,000 is a pretty good deal. But to be the Gerber Baby, don't you feel like you should get paid a little more than that? Like, it's Gerber. The Gerber Baby is like the thing. Gerber gets all of this publicity, like me saying the name Gerber 40,000 times right now. And all you get is 25 grand? If your baby's that cute, you know, do it yourself. I don't know. Gerber looking for an irresistible giggle and a lovable personality. These are actually, if you look at my LinkedIn page, those are two things that I say about myself. Irresistible giggle. See? Lovable. No? Not lovable? I'm being told I'm not lovable. That's easy. Easy. All right, let's go to the comments. I think I'm very lovable. I don't know that anyone has ever used the word lovable to describe me, to be honest. It's fine. Genre music, what's your favorite? We're taking your pulse today, Suzanne says. I love the 60s music, rock and roll genre, in particular the Beatles. Hard to argue with that. Beatles, underrated or overrated? Ron? Oh, putting Ron on the spot. No, underrated. Yeah, all right. Chris, our producer Chris, Beatles, underrated or overrated? Or properly rated? Properly rated, okay. Very, very good. Jackie Martin says, olds. Thank goodness I have 3 more years. Yep, you're under 45, Jackie. You're not olds yet. I've been listening to a lot of this, too. Late 90s, early 2000s, Dave Matthews, Nirvana, Linkin Park. A lot of music that when I was a kid was like too hardcore for me. Like I've always been a pop music fan. And now I listen to that music, I'm like, what was wrong with me? I was missing out on some tremendous music of the late 80s, early 90s. Thanks, Jackie. Here is Deborah. I listen to whatever fits my mood. That's kind of fun. You like all types of music. Excellent. Thanks, Deborah. Here's Kimberly. When your last name is Zeppelin, isn't the answer always going to be Led Zeppelin? There we go. I will listen to anything as long as it's not rap. I'm partial to music from the 80s. Yep, thanks, Kim. Here's Cindy. Loves jazz, big band jazz of the 30s and 40s. Early 20th century ragtime. I'm going to say that I did not expect that to show up. Little ragtime that did not show up on the survey. Number 1 dance genre, though, is the Charleston. So, thanks for watching.